Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 12 of season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. In the last episode, we started to crack into a little bit of what happened to Coulson when he died, what went into bringing him back, and still there's a lot of questions left on the table, and I can't wait till we get into some of those. But we had to pull him out before we learned too much because the process was doing too much damage to his mind, or could have, and our team got him back from this centipede group, from the girl in the flower dress, Raina, and now we are all back reunited and we're ready to kind of move on. So we'll see what happens next, guys. If you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It will be in watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time code so we react to the entire episode. Over there, you also get to suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, trying to make it worth your while, since you are going to support the channel. But guys, I'd really appreciate it if you enjoy this reaction to at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, and a huge thank you to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights here for YouTube. But with that all said and out of the way, let's hop into episode 12, Seeds. Here we go.
If you can't put aside your personal attachments, then you shouldn't be here.
Ooh, we're gonna get some more Skye intel this episode. We focused on a lot of that, and the reminder.
What you need is a little distraction.
This'll distract me just fine.
All right, well, suit yourself.
Hey, I know that kid from stuff. Don't remember his name, though.
Come on, take it off!
What in the world? Oh, is it freezing? Yeah, it's freezing. From the edges in, though. Oh no, it's going up his leg, too. Oh yeah, that leg's gone, dude. I'm sorry, what?
Is this the device they found in the frozen pool? Correction, the instantly frozen indoor pool?
Seems like it was planted in the filter days before.
Oh, wow.
The device uses a crystalline nucleation process she designed.
And a delivery mechanism he invented. That's why we're being asked to consult on the investigation.
Science and Technology Division. Cadets are pretty shaken up over what happened. Agent Weaver asked if you two could speak to the student body about potentiality. Calm them down.
So we're getting to go to the S.H.I.E.L.D. Hogwarts!
I'm excited to finally see it.
Me too. Never been to SciTech before.
Never? The different S.H.I.E.L.D. academies don't interact?
Not much.
We're not going. After we drop you off, Coulson and I have other matters to attend to.
Interesting.
Science and technology, what you imagined, Agent Ward?
Yep. No uniforms, no rope course, no defined muscularity on anyone.
No marching in place, no IQs in double digits.
God, the shade.
You look as lovely as ever.
I concur.
Thank you.
Oh, hey! God, what's her name? She's in Black Lightning.
I have a few questions I'd like to ask him myself.
I'll arrange for you to talk to Seth Dormer when he's out of class. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get Agent Fitz and Simmons settled into the lecture hall.
She gets to use her actual accent in this show, though.
Every S.H.I.E.L.D. facility has a memorial to the agents lost in the line of duty. S.H.I.E.L.D.'s history can be traced on walls like this. Bucky Barnes.
Oh, Bucky.
All this history, just wish I was a part of it. It's not self-pity, really. I'm just saying everyone here has earned this. They deserve it. I hacked my way in.
All you need to join is a dedication to the greater good. Coulson saw that in you the moment he met you.
What's in that file? It's the truth.
It says who?
Director Fury.
If I hadn't asked, he'd have kept it from me. Kept me from knowing.
Oh.
Put it away.
I mean, how much of the truth did he get access to, though?
If he's good enough to avoid S.H.I.E.L.D. all these years, he'll know.
And he'll be on the move. We have a short window to intercept.
He may have killed Agent Avery.
Or wanted to avoid the same fate.
Find him, we find out.
They're digging into it. Hell yeah, man.
I barely know the kid. He doesn't talk to anyone.
And he was at the pool.
Studying, but I don't think he's the guy. He just has trouble communicating with anyone below a 170 IQ.
Interesting.
Potential can sometimes be dangerous. Plutonium has the potential to power a city, or to be a nuclear bomb.
Today we'd like to share
Oh, God. Oh, God. What is this? Hey, what's
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Make it stop!
What the hell?
Ward, there it is. Fitz, what now?
Smash the damn thing! It's okay, it's over.
What the hell? Is somebody just trying to get him and it's getting to the people around him? Because he was there with the others. Hey, wait.
I just want you to take care of it.
Isn't that the gravity guy?
Keep in mind how much this will benefit us both, yeah?
Right? He looks very similar if he's not.
If anyone here who'd want to hurt you.
I don't know anyone.
Donnie, I'm going to have you escorted back to your room. You get some rest and stay warm.
We got some heavy focus on that one girl in the road right below Skye.
How old is he?
18. Youngest since you guys. 190 IQ and failing out of high school when we met him.
Probably bored out of his mind.
Where did you guys hang out when you wanted to get away from the faculty?
Can we tell someone from operations?
Yes, because we need to conduct our own investigation.
I'm loving this.
Even if he has no clue who might be after him, he could use a friend.
That is a wonderful idea.
Ward has them from time to time. I'll meet you later.
You know, the team! Being a team!
S.H.I.E.L.D. keeps careful watch of everything within their walls. So, in the late 60s, to escape the cameras and the prying eyes of the faculty, a few cadets started...
Speaking of the Bucky Barnes little nugget earlier, we got a canonicity update on the peripheral Marvel shows this week. I'll touch on it a little bit more after.
Do you have one of these operations?
This looks like a pretty sweet little hideaway, man.
Small.
Oh, I was able to double the pressurization by making
it compact. These ideas are way beyond what I was toying with in my first few months. You should run them by your instructors.
These aren't my big ideas.
What are you holding back, my guy?
I'd hide in the wheel well of a 747 flight from Newark to Singapore. Oxygen, a chute. Back half of the trip passes over 3,000 miles of land. A dozen countries. Could drop anywhere.
She's just trying to get him to open up.
The Skye investigation?
She's proved herself. Stepped up in a big way.
Aww.
But I'm tired of secrets. So I'm glad we're here.
I f***ed Ward. You said you were tired of secrets.
Agent Ward and I have been having sex.
I got him.
Ah! He didn't even hear it, I don't think. His car can fly, buddy.
It's S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, thank God. Just about the baby girl, isn't it?
Not gonna lie, that was a little awkward, but...
Found the senior agent under a bridge. Okay, he managed to escape with a gunshot wound to the neck, but he bled out. He was still holding on to the 084. Poor thing was covered in blood. We thought she was dead, too.
What?
She was just asleep in the dead agent's arms.
The baby? She's the 08. The girl was the 084?
If she had powers or something, we never witnessed it.
Okay, I did know that bit. But I don't remember how this all came up. I knew it was an eventual thing, but...
We realized the only way to keep our people and the kid from being hunted
was to erase her from existence.
I remember one other thing now. It's coming to me, I think.
She set up a nearly invisible protocol. The foster system was ordered to move the child around every few months.
But they still got to Ava.
Oh.
Just tell me. Is she okay?
Well, she's about safe. That. She's with S.H.I.E.L.D.
You taking me in?
She has a bunk right over there.
I'm sure S.H.I.E.L.D. is the safest place for you right now. We'll get in the air, drop you somewhere along the route.
Thank you.
He's a little disillusioned with S.H.I.E.L.D. in his own way right now anyway.
And stay the hell away from that girl. Wherever she goes, death follows.
Well, about that.
For Skye's safety and for ours. You can never tell her.
Oh, that ain't happening. That's coming out.
This is amazing.
Would be, if it worked. I'm close. I built some quarter scale, and they would work at that size, but the heat increases at a 4-to-1 ratio with scale.
And it melts down.
So you need to test a full-size one.
It's insane. You should show it to Agent Weaver before you test it. You have no idea how powerful this thing could be.
Of course. It's true what the other guys say. You are the smartest person to come through here.
Is that what they say?
I don't think he needs that ego stroked.
You know, I didn't like it here at the academy at first. I was shy, bit of a loner. My mum did her best at home, but may as well have been speaking Japanese when I talked electronics. So I kept things to myself.
Me too. The kids in my hometown wouldn't talk to me, and when S.H.I.E.L.D. told my dad I was gifted, he said, "At what?" Thanks.
No problem.
No. Who is that kid? I know I recognize him. Is that who I think?
Looking for the smartest mind you have here?
No, that's not who I thought it was. What is his name?
Shadow unit. Is that you?
Could be. Shadow unit doing what?
I'll have to check the cast list at the end of the episode.
I'm just saying they got to meet Agent Fitz. They've been talking about it for weeks.
Weeks. We just came here.
Wait, what?
Talking about it.
Oh. Wait. Was this all set up to get them here to investigate?
You need to get out of there. He's after you.
Relax, I'm out. You're overreacting. He's just a lonely kid. We had a nice little hang session. I actually helped him solve his...
Yeah, great. Uh-oh.
No, that's what you're trying to power. A bigger version of the ice machine.
You weren't supposed to see this.
This is very, very dangerous.
You weren't supposed to see this.
Oh!
We need to go. Come on.
What the hell?
This device turns any moisture around it to ice very rapidly at a great range.
Donnie's a good kid. Just felt isolated. Seth must have befriended him to manipulate him, using him to finish the product.
If the parts of that are rare, we can trace the purchases.
Sometimes it's not a bad seed, just a bad influence. Let's go.
Oh, I hope that's the case.
Mr. Quinn, please, can you send a chopper or something to come and get us? Look, believe me, it's worth it.
Prove it, Seth.
What do you mean?
Demonstration.
Ice the Academy.
In action, right there, at S.H.I.E.L.D.
Then you'll come and get us?
The deal's a no-go. Let's turn around, go back to the Seychelles.
Oh! Wow. He's not even going, like, whether they do it or not, he's peacing out. So they're going to do it anyway.
How many times have we said we want a chance to do something incredible? Well, this is it. And it comes with a ton of money. Come on, say something.
This is like straight up mass murder.
What happened? Is it a dud?
I don't know.
The hell?
When we started this, I warned you that you might not like what you learned.
That it can't be worse than what I've imagined.
It is. The agent who dropped you at St. Agnes was not your mother, but she was killed trying to protect you. 24 years ago, an entire S.H.I.E.L.D. team in a small village were massacred.
Is he going to include the you're an 084? Oh no. Ugh. I don't even know what the hell he told her other than a lot of people died protecting you, but not about where she came from or what she was. I mean, they have no idea what she is, but... Oh God, oh no. Oh no!
The ice stopped. So it's ending?
Nope. That's a preamble.
We're in the eye of the storm.
The storm?
Hail.
Crystalline nucleation should only create ice.
It did.
But what else does that create?
We seeded the clouds.
In the most effective way in history, sir. We created a superstorm.
He said he wanted a demonstration.
Wow, dude. Surprised he didn't just create a freaking tornado.
All the money in the world won't matter if we're dead.
Yeah. Fucking idiot.
We think Donnie Gill and his device may be trapped in the center of the storm.
That's not far from where I am. I can get there.
Yep, never mind. It's coming.
I know one way.
Skydive. Down the eye.
Hold the barium hydroxide chamber in place. Okay. Hold on. Okay, that should do it. Mounting.
Oh! Well, that's done.
Try to get underground.
I think he's dead, man. Never mind, they straight up just landed the plane in the eye. Oh, okay. We might be able to save him. How do we stop this storm, though? Does it just have to? We just have to wait it out.
He's gone.
No.
Come on, no!
Hey, he brought that on himself, man. Meanwhile, everybody down there is going, ah!
Did, you hear what I said in Mexico?
What, specifically?
Yeah, he didn't.
About Ward and me,
Yeah, I heard.
Okay.
Her search is over. Her story ends here. But you know what she said? She said no. Her story started here.
No.
She thought she wasn't wanted, that she didn't belong, that every family that took her in didn't want her to stay.
That wasn't the truth.
But all that time, it was S.H.I.E.L.D. protecting her. That's what she took away from the story. Not the family she'll never have, but the one she's always had.
Are their names on that wall?
The world is full of evil and lies.
She is an anime protagonist.
And you can't hide from it.
Aww.
You can only face it. The question is, when you do,
there they are.
who do you become?
What? What the fuck?
On to you.
Who is this? So this is a getting to know you call?
No, just a message. That the first time your aircraft drifts over any country allied with S.H.I.E.L.D., we will shoot you out of the sky.
And I have a message for you. The clairvoyant told me to say hello.
Oh my god. It's all connected! Damn, man. God damn, man. Another fucking banger of an episode, dude. Holy shit. And again, emotional. And we're digging into things, like seeing the past, seeing a lot of these things that have been talked about, like the Academy, the way it operates, you know, Fitz and Simmons, their kind of infamy and infamy here. It's just really wild. Oh, yeah, shit. Who the hell was that kid? Dylan Bennet. Bennet? Yeah, that's him. He was in Scream 5? Okay, so this is one of those moments where, again, I talked about this in the first episode. There's a couple things that I remember. I know that Skye gets a code name eventually. This reminded me of a few things that I do remember, and I don't remember if I mentioned all of them. Like I said, going into this, I remembered that Skye has a code name that she gets on the team, because I know a lot of people use it to refer to her online, because she kept coming up during Secret Invasion and a bunch of other stuff as of late, which kind of will feed into another thing I wanted to talk about as well. I did remember that, and with this revelation that she's an 084, I also know what she is. So that reminded me a little bit of that, and I believe now it's coming to me something about that village. We learn a little bit more about that village, or maybe a different village. I'm not exactly 100% sure on that. And then, of course, the big twist thing of this season. And it's not that. It's not that. But goddamn, that was an emotional thing. But the thing I wanted to talk about is there's a little bit of an illumination that came about this week on the canonicity of these types of shows that Kevin Feige did not preside over. As he has said, the films and the Disney Plus stuff, all the 616 timeline stuff, as it is currently designated as the sacred timeline, as we enter the multiverse saga, all these other things exist out there. This is what he said here this week. While they aren't directly here, they may parallel, they may run parallel, he basically like excluded everything else as branched timelines, branched realities, other universes that we may start to see Because now that where we are in the multiverse saga with the collapse of the TVA, the expulsion and these incursions are occurring, we have no idea when, how, and if those will start to collide and merge in interesting ways as we go farther into this. So I think that's one of these things that he's trying to say, because he didn't preside over it, he wasn't head over it. He talked about the ones specifically that were done by other writers, other people, other studios, that they didn't really have any control over, and how they're going to try to work to weave those in. But it pretty much, again, much like the Disney Plus classifications, kind of hard put all this stuff on like its own branched timeline. While there's a lot of similarities, it tries to run concurrently. It seems to be, at least by Kevin Feige's words as of late, it could be presumed or assumed we're on another path, but that these paths may indeed converge eventually. So it could be fun to see how that all happens. But that, that kind of sheds a little further light on the whole situation with the show and all of that. So we'll see what happens, but it's kind of exactly as I presumed up until this point. But again, for people who were at the time, and maybe this is part their fault, that they should have probably taken a stance while this was going on, but then maybe they didn't want to like hurt the other brand or hurt the show or anything like that. Or maybe they just didn't really know at the time, but it really would have helped ease a lot of that frustration and pain for everybody that was along for this ride, and be like, why aren't they acknowledging us? If they had just said something about it. And this is still like a very veiled way to talk about a lot of different shows. That includes the Hulu stuff, the Netflix stuff, the stuff like this. So like, I get it. You can't really just single one out, because there was a bunch of them that have gone this route as well that he really didn't have a hand in. And when it comes to, I guess, the 616 universe, that was kind of his way of saying like they weren't part of the party, but they may be in the future as things get rewritten or as universes and timelines collide. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, this revelation about Skye, about, the person that was in the photos and the report that she found was not her mother, but a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent that was trying their best to save and protect her, keep her alive. A whole team of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents got massacred. By who? No idea. Who are they protected her from? No idea. As much as that was emotionally shattering her to learn that her existence and her safety was at the cost of a handful or more lives, and that the plight of her life, the story she told Ward about none of these homes wanting her. That was the belief she had, that none of these homes ended up wanting to keep her. But the truth of the matter was, S.H.I.E.L.D. had to keep moving her around from place to place in the hopes that nobody would find her. And that these people, these S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, the one that even had left to try to keep themselves and her safe from what S.H.I.E.L.D. has currently become, unbeknownst to them right now, to the fact that she's now in S.H.I.E.L.D., which is both a good thing and a bad thing, because, there are wrong hands here as much as there are good ones. And again, this episode did a really good job at showing the team grow, because even without May, even without Coulson, while they were going off to do this little mission to dig into Skye's past a little bit further, and also that, the fact that at the end of the day, because of what he has just been through, the Coulson just couldn't stomach keeping any more secrets from her. And in the end, it ended up kind of helping bring some of him back. And then there was even that moment with May also trying to chip through that shell. And again, it just shows how everybody's just kind of like warming up to not just one another, but their current situation, to Skye and how she's kind of affecting everybody. Again, it's easy to relate her to like an anime protagonist, because it's very much like her role in the story right now. As much pain as she kind of carries on her own, she exudes this positivity, just infects everybody else around her, brings down their walls and helps bring them all together. For the May to even admit to Coulson that with all this like secrecy stuff, that we want to have as many of our cards on the table as possible after everything that's happened, everything they've been through. And she came clean about the whole thing with her and Ward, which I'm curious, because like, I wonder if Ward now knows, or that Coulson knows, but he was also trying to nonchalantly, covertly seek advice on how to handle their situation as well in the previous episode. Was it the last one? I think it was 2 episodes ago, when they were kind of having that little drive together, when he was talking about May without talking about May. So like, I love seeing like those little moments, and then seeing like this character that they found this kinship in here with this ice machine, this like high IQ person that just doesn't quite fit in anywhere, this loner type, and just the way that Fitz connected with him, related with him, and then, you know, the way that that same kind of loneliness and isolation that kind of level of intellect can kind of impose on people. And then he found this one person who he could talk to, share his ideas, who was close enough in his ballpark to kind of have conversations with, his like first friend there, who just kind of used that connection to try to turn a profit. And in the end, got himself killed and turned him into whatever he is now. He's now a cryomancer, I guess, in some way, shape, or form. So I'm wondering how that device works, how it altered his DNA to allow him to do that. I'm not exactly sure. It could potentially feed into something that will come, but I don't know how it would or how it does based on what we saw, but we'll see. I like seeing the dynamic of this school, man. I love seeing Fitz and Simmons in their kind of unit. And I got derailed completely. I was talking about the union of the team without their babysitters. Ward and everybody in the team, Fitz, Simmons, Ward, and Skye in this situation, you know, they, without their superiors around, pulled off most of this mission quite well. Their entire investigation they handled internally with just them, and they compartmentalized. They assigned each other tasks that each would be best suited for. They broke themselves up into groups. They just worked really well as a unit, and just shows how well they're and comfortable they're getting with each other and their skill sets, and how much trust and faith they're putting into one another, especially with like Fitz, Simmons, and Ward, and even Skye to that matter, and how much she's learned from all of them. It's like we're just seeing so much growth in these 12 episodes with this entire team. It's just, again, really, really well done. This was such a good episode in the way it was kind of paced out and structured and all that. And again, this is like a third episode in a row. And I think I saw a comment that said, like, after this, there's not really any villain or story of the weeks. Everything just builds off of itself. And with these episode counts per season, I'm very intrigued about how you sustain that. There's gotta be some one-off episodes throughout here. There's gotta be, to fill out that padding. But who knows? I could be wrong. This could be one of those rare cases where they weave it all together, and it's just got me even more intrigued. So let's freaking go, man. How many episodes are in this first season? Is it 22 or 24? 22. Yeah, we got 10 episodes to go, man. I feel like we're flying through it, man. Each one of these episodes. I mean, like, again, I think the one I liked the least was the introduction of the whole eye thing, that whole episode with the agent that Coulson had mentored in the past. That's and it's still, again, it's a fun episode. It's got its merits, but it's definitely, out of everything we got, I think it's definitely the one I at least connected with. But every other episode, out of 12 episodes of a 22 episode season so far, I've enjoyed the shit out of so many of these. That's a huge winning track record, man. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see where this all goes. Again, we just keep building and stacking and stacking and stacking. And I'm just hooked, man. I'm hooked right now. And people said this is the weak season, so fuck. But guys, what'd you all think of the episode? I'd love to hear from you guys, so sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, we want to see the full-length reaction. Check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Share, Ryan, Karen, Yora Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Contrell, Eric Official, Amy Becca, and Casey Wood. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.